In this video, we're going to go over the history of Sugarloaf and how it came to be one of the most loved skiing destinations in America. Nestled in Maine's Carabasset Valley stands Sugarloaf Mountain, rising 4,237 feet into the New England sky. What began as a single trail carved by hand through dense forest has transformed into one of the East Coast's premier ski destinations. But the mountain's path from wilderness to world-class resort wasn't a straight line down. It was filled with daring pioneers, financial cliffhangers, and a community whose fierce loyalty to this remote peak has sustained it through 7 decades of triumphs and challenges. The story of Sugarloaf begins in the winter of 1950 to 51, when a local skiing enthusiast named Amos Winter led a group that cut the first trail on the mountain. This narrow path, later named Winter's Way in his honor, dropped 1,800 vertical feet from the summit through the wilderness. The pioneering effort required immense dedication, as the mountain was largely inaccessible with no roads leading to its base. Winter and his fellow ski enthusiasts, forming what became the Sugarloaf Mountain Ski Club, recognized the potential of the mountain's natural terrain and consistent snowfall. By 1953, Sugarloaf had its first mechanical lift, a rudimentary 700-foot rope tow powered by a Buick engine. This modest beginning marked the commercial birth of what would become Maine's tallest ski mountain. Skiers paid $1 a day to use the rope tow if they weren't club members. Stub Taylor, who had explored the mountain with Winter in 1948, became Sugarloaf's first lift operator and first ski patroller, a position he would hold for 40 years. In 1955, the Sugarloaf Mountain Corporation was formed with Robert "Bunny" Bass as president and Amos Winter as executive manager. By 1959, the resort featured 3 T-bars serving several trails, bringing skiers to elevations that offered both challenging expert terrain and more moderate slopes. The mountain's most transformative development came in 1966 when the mighty Gondola was installed. This 8,430-foot aerial lift carried passengers to the 4,237-foot summit, making Sugarloaf an internationally recognized destination. The hype was so significant that the ski area was considered as a potential site for the 1976 Winter Olympics. Perhaps the most significant development of this period occurred in 1966 when Sugarloaf expanded skiing above the timberline, becoming one of the few eastern resorts to offer an alpine skiing experience. The 1970s proved challenging for Sugarloaf as the resort faced economic headwinds. The energy crisis of 1973 to 74 dealt a severe blow, as fuel shortages and rising costs made the long drive to the remote mountain prohibitively expensive for many visitors. Compounding these challenges, several seasons of poor snowfall decreased skier visits further. Financial difficulties led to significant changes in ownership and management. In 1972, the Boston-based Casco Bank foreclosed on Sugarloaf after the resort defaulted on loans. However, these challenges forced innovations that ultimately strengthened the resort, including the expansion of snowmaking capabilities beginning in 1973. Despite financial challenges, the mountain continued to grow its infrastructure. In 1974, Sugarloaf constructed the Sugarloaf Mountain Hotel, its first major on-mountain lodging facility. This 100-room hotel represented an important step in developing Sugarloaf as a destination resort, rather than merely a day skiing area. The 1980s marked a turning point in Sugarloaf's fortunes, beginning with a pivotal change in 1984 when the S.D. Warren Company, a paper producer with extensive land holdings in Maine, purchased the resort. Under this new ownership, Sugarloaf embarked on an ambitious expansion program, developing what would become known as the Sugarloaf Village. This period saw the introduction of the resort's first high-speed detachable quad chairlift in 1985, the Super Quad, which at the time was the largest such lift in the East. This technological advancement dramatically improved uphill capacity and skier comfort, reducing the ride time to the mountain's higher elevations from 15 minutes to just over 6 minutes. Real estate developments surrounding the mountain accelerated dramatically during this decade. By 1987, the resort featured over 750 condominium units and 150 hotel rooms, transforming the once remote ski area into a full-service resort community with restaurants, shops, and nightlife. In 1988, Sugarloaf made another significant advance with the completion of the state's first golf course, designed by Robert Trent Jones Jr., establishing the foundation for four-season operations. The Sugarloaf Golf Club quickly gained recognition as one of Maine's premier courses. The final decade of the 20th century brought more transformative changes to Sugarloaf. In 1994, the resort was acquired by Les Otten, who was rapidly consolidating New England ski areas under what would become the American Skiing Company. Under Otten's direction, Sugarloaf underwent a $28 million improvement program between 1994 and 1997. Major investments included expanded snowmaking systems, covering 95% of developed terrain with 550 snow guns, new lifts including the King Pine and Whiffletree high-speed quads, improved access throughout the mountain. The base area saw dramatic redevelopment during this period. By 1999, however, the American Skiing Company faced significant financial challenges due to its rapid expansion and accumulation of debt. Though Sugarloaf remained one of the company's strongest properties, soon, a major shift came in 2007 when Boyne Resorts acquired Sugarloaf and Sunday River after the dissolution of American Skiing Company. In 2010, Sugarloaf announced its ambitious Sugarloaf 2020 development plan. The centerpiece was the expansion onto adjacent Burnt Mountain. The resort faced significant challenges during this period as well. On December 28, 2010, a mechanical failure on the Spillway East chairlift caused several chairs to slide backward, resulting in 8 injuries. The Spillway lifts were replaced the following year with a $3 million fixed-grip quad called the Skyline lift. The 2023-24 season saw the completion of the West Mountain expansion, providing novice and intermediate terrain served by a high-speed detachable quad. The expansion represents the most significant development at Sugarloaf in decades, adding 200-plus acres of new terrain. Throughout its history, Sugarloaf has maintained its distinctive identity as a mountain for serious skiers and riders. Its remote location, over 3 hours from Boston and Portland, has fostered a unique community spirit and fierce loyalty among its patrons. As it approaches its 75th anniversary in 2028, Sugarloaf stands as a testament to how a ski area can adapt and thrive while maintaining the authentic mountain character that generations of loafers have come to cherish. That's it for this week's Leisure Lore. And please do us a favor and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed it. It means the world to us.